Max Danger here. Today I am doing a review on probably the most goriest film I've watched, called The Substance. If you've never heard of this film, a trailer came out a month ago for it, and I remember seeing like the trailers in the cinemas when I went to see certain films, right? And it looked weird and I thought, no, I'm not gonna watch it. And then I watched it recently, just today, and I did a bit of research on the film, and there are one character I recognise, the main actress, and then other than that, yeah. So basically, this film, you know when you have a favourite horror movie in terms of its story or its levels of gore in it, this one, out of any horror movie this year, is one of my favourite for being very clever with its gore. And what I mean by that is how well they've done that in this film. Like, the film itself is a bit slow at the beginning, but it is a very disturbing because it kind of deals with a very sensitive topic for women, and I am not going to go too deep into it because I don't want to talk too much on that subject, but it does deal deep into something what women go through all the time in the entertainment industry. And so this film does something pretty clever with how the story goes with it. But, however, this one just throws so much in your face. Like, it's well shot. The score is perfect with every scene with it, with how it goes. And apparently, even people going to the because just so you know, I did not go to the cinema, I watched it at home, and I've heard, so apparently people have walked out in the cinema because of how gory it is. And I actually understand, like there's levels of how much, and I can safe to say, do not watch this if you're going for any food in the cinema, because I've heard in reviews that it is not worth eating food watching it because it'll put you off. And I can see how this film can scar and traumatize people, and it is kind of because it's scary, but it's kind of cool for me, because if you know me, like most of the, not most, but a few videos I've done on horror movies have always been a thing for me. Like, I've always loved horror movies, and that's one genre that I've always been a big fan of. And when I was watching this film, I actually enjoyed the horror aspect of it. I tried to find a bit of storytelling, I tried to see the character building, and the character building was cool. Like, I'm not going to go too deep into the story because I'll let you be the judge of it if you go and see it yourselves. And like, I will say, like, this film, probably like the best thing I've seen this year. Like I wasn't expecting this film to be really fun to watch. Like, it's just how well, and I will say, props to the people who did all the creativity or the creative direction of how they will want to present like the gory scenes. And I don't want to say too much, but you get what I mean. But again, like, it's like this film is like #1 of best 2024 of all time of this year. And I'm sorry, but any other film that can overstay its welcome, any other horror movie that's going to come out later, The Substance is going to be my favourite for this year no matter what. And that is Max certified, perfect 10 out of 10. And again, 10 out of 10. And the reason why 10 out of 10, right, is again the goal. For a starter, the story is well written, and how it all concludes is very disturbing, and probably like, because it's like one of those films that wants you to look away or just turn it off. Like, it is one of those films where I think the story is decent. Again, I think women might have a hot take on this film, probably, I've got a feeling. But other than that, the film is pretty well done, and it is just clever in every way. But like, yeah, it is a one-of-a-kind horror movie I was not expecting. And I know this is maybe just a short review, or depends on how long I've been recording so far, but I just hope you enjoyed this review, because I'm still trying to find a way to keep having a routine whilst working on the project next year of the Max film. Because if you know, last video I did a review, I did the announcement on the release for the Max for 2025. And the only thing I can only say is that it is going to be probably at the end of the year. Like, I'm not going to say what month or proper date yet. It still needs to be announced soon. But when the time is right, I'll confirm it. But in the meantime, I'm going to upload some videos for you. And there is a little secret little channel I'll be working on with someone. You may recognise him, you may not. But he is in that meme song I made on the channel. And we'll be doing some content. A secret little channel. And it's going to be a different theme. And it's going to be very different for what I can do now, moving forward. Because if you remembered back then, the reason why I hit off, if you remember, was I was with, you know, that guy. I was in a group channel, and because obviously back then I was with the wrong set of people back then, and you know, you learn over time growing up that, you know, you're not always going to get what you want in life, and I've learned that. And now that I'm with the right set of people, and you know, I am just enjoying what I have right now. And you know, and I'm looking forward to this little thing coming soon. So stay tuned. You never know, there may be a little thing coming your way. There may be more than just this channel. There might be something else on the horizon. And I'll see you in the next video.